Are we revolutionaries or vandals? Is Banksy a revolutionary or a vandal? Am I a revolutionary or a thief? We're going to let you, the people, decide. Why did you put it there, Banksy? Who's that art for? The rich? Now you've become part of their system? You've become part of them, so you're giving it to them. Why isn't it going here to us, the people, where you made your name on the streets of Hackney?
A year later, upon finding that this dispute was still unresolved, we attempted to find those involved and bring to a close the carnival described as the most farcical crime to have ever sent a shiver down the spine of the young British art scene.
I used to go up every morning and check it out because, you know, it was just up the road from me. And on the concrete base, it had, you know, the drinker, and it had Banksy stencil on the bottom of tag, on the bottom of it. It'd been there about 2 weeks, and I went up there, and the council were washing it down and taking the graffiti off the base of it, like it was a proper fucking thing.
What he wanted to do was do sculpture, but he wanted to show that you could actually make art in a time that was quicker to make it than to look at it, and I thought he was talking out of his arse. But then he kind of explained what he meant, and he said, well, for example, you can take Rodins Thinker, turn it into a drink by putting a police cone on its head or something.
I mean, it was so cool. It would have sat there, you know, everyone loved it actually, and it would have been a piece of public art, but, you know, but those, I think what they did was really a very unfortunate thing. They shouldn't have done that, really, you know, nicking that thing. And they drove past here with it on the back and all that, just to let us know they got it. Fuckers, you know. Anyway, yeah, it's all the fun of the fair, isn't it?
And then I didn't really think about it again. Then one day I got a phone call, kind of very muffled. And it was kind of a lad with a real brassy Yorkshire accent who called himself AK-47. And he was like, hey, it's my name's AK-47 and I've kidnapped Banksy's the drinker. And by that time I'd not spoken to Banksy for a while and couldn't really remember it. And he was very excited about it. He said, you know, the drinker, the sculpture, the one that we've kidnapped it and we want loads of money for it.
People are going to claim it, aren't they? Whether they did it or not, you know what I mean? They're going to say, oh yeah, we did that. I'm Banksy, you know, it's all that. We fucked Banksy's thing. We did that. I did that. You know, it's all. Everyone wants a bit of it. You know, everyone wants a little bit.
And Banksy phoned me up and said, what's all this about the drinker being kidnapped? So I said, yeah, then you know, they want me to negotiate a salary. You know, they want a release. And he just laughed. And he told me he thought it was a piece of shit anyway, and he'd wasted loads of money on it, and he was glad that it had gone. And he wasn't prepared to pay a release, so AK-47 said, oh, well, tell him that we're going to burn it. We're going to set it on fire if he doesn't pay us.
Supposedly.
And he offered £2 for it.
Yeah, enough for the petrol to burn it. That's what he said. £2 enough gas to burn the fucker.
But they never actually delivered. They never set it on fire. I mean, from what I've heard, the drinker is somewhere alive and kicking in an AK-47 warehouse.
My name is AK-47. I am the front man of a secret organisation called Art Kieda, the art terrorist, art-political humorists. The drinker kidnap came from me buying a couple of pieces and him having associations with associates of mine, After spending 350 quid on 2 pieces of his work, I asked if he would be interested in personally signing one of my pieces. The word came back via my associates that Banksy's words were, if I wanted a personal signed piece, I should have paid the extra 150 quid and got a signed piece. I didn't want it for the value, for the money, his signature on it for the monetary value. I wanted it as like, nice, well, you bought one of my pieces, of course I'll sign it, mate. He refused. I then found out via one of my connections that this piece was there, so I did it as a joke to start with. I was approached by a man who said he was Banksy, but there again, who knows? The man is elusive. He's an enigma. So who knows whether it was him who I met or whether it was somebody pretending to be him. He wanted to know whether I was going to steal his next piece, which I told him, don't be stupid. I'm a fan of your work, not a destroyer. I didn't actually choose to pick on Banksy on a personal level. It was a statement. It was never a personal attack on him or his work. It was an attack on art and the statements that go with it.
We are the revolution. This is the revolution. This is the revolution. We are the revolutionaries.